Counting in the Jammu and Kashmir elections has entered the final lap with results from almost all constituencies pouring in this last bit of counting, and the efforts for government formation has begun with the BJP and National Conference pointing towards possibly forging a coming together to form the government in the state. Sources have revealed that the National Conference and the BJP will be meeting anytime now to chalk out a formula for government formation. The two parties are soliciting support of as many as 5 independent members. The BJP also has an understanding with the People's Conference leader Sajjad Lone. The BJP on its part has kept all options open. The BJP has got 25 MLAs, while the National Conference has just 15, a historic low. They need at least 5 more MLAs to attain the mark of a simple majority. Let's go straight across and bring in my colleague Shuja ul Haq, who's been reporting through the day today in Jammu and Kashmir. Shuja, you've covered many elections. You know, as journalists, we like to think of, each passing election as being historic in some way or the other. This election, not very difficult, to find what has made history. BJP, strong performance, though not in the Kashmir Valley. Historic drubbing for the National Conference, and complete lack of clarity at this point, Shuja, on which way this is actually going to settle.
Well, that's right. The verdict is completely hung. The mandate as of now doesn't seem to be clear for any political party on the ground. BJP seems to be one of the biggest gainers here. The tally has improved tremendously from 2008. While the PDP has also done very well. They had 21, and now we are already counting around 28, 29 for them. Though the exact numbers are not clear. But one thing is very, very important, and which needs to be underlined here. The biggest drubbing that has come around for National Conference. In fact, Chief Minister Omar Abdullah himself losing from one of the seats that he was contesting from, Sonwar, which incidentally also is his hometown. In the sense that's where his house is also situated. So clearly, it has been one of the very difficult times for National Conference, and at the same time, we are also looking at a situation where no party is clearly headed to formation of the government on its own. So there clearly has to be some sort of an alliance, whether it is BJP or PDP with Congress and other members of independent, or independents or other political parties. But there has to be a mixed bag. It is definitely going to be a coalition government. The mandate is not clear. Jammu and Kashmir has not thrown a clear mandate at hand right now.
And also, among the many things that are happening at the same time right now, as is normal in such a situation when there's a hung verdict, one of those things, Shuja, is a possible meeting between the National Conference and the BJP to chalk out a possible alliance and strategy.
Well, absolutely. Nothing has been ruled out. In fact, so far we have whoever we have spoken to, either from PDP or Congress, they have not ruled out anything. In fact, we saw Ghulam Nabi Azad coming out clearly and saying that they are openly, ready to support PDP. But it will depend on the PDP, because it has emerged as one of the largest political parties in these elections. So it will be definitely their call whether they want to go with the BJP, which is like we saw Amit Shah saying himself that all options are open for them as well. So clearly there are possibilities. PDP, BJP cannot be ruled out. Neither can the possibility of PDP, Congress and independents be ruled out. Only few options with the PDP, but yes, definitely there are definite hints that all options are being looked at.
All options, in fact, precise words of BJP President Amit Shah a short while ago at his press conference. Let's just play out that operative part for you.
सारे विकल्प खुले हैं। बीजेपी की सरकार बनाने का विकल्प भी खुला है, किसी को समर्थन देने का भी विकल्प खुला है, और किसी की सरकार में शामिल होने का भी विकल्प खुला है। तीनों विकल्प खुले हैं। भारतीय जनता पार्टी बाकी की पार्टियां जो इनिशिएटिव लेगी, इसके आधार पर निर्णय करेगी।
All options open, says BJP's President Amit Shah. I want to go straight across to Deputy Editors Ashar Khan and Brijesh Pandey. Brijesh Pandey is with us live from the BJP headquarters, Ashar Khan at the Congress office. Brijesh, multiple times Amit Shah, to direct questions, says all options currently open, from forming a government, to being part of a government, to extending support from the outside. But what are you picking up, as discussions take place at the party level at this stage, Brijesh? Are you picking up anything about what the BJP is looking to actually see happen in J&K?
Well, what we are getting to know from sources is that initially, when the results were being declared, there were two views in the party, which was one view was the view of the senior leaders who thought that that the party shouldn't ally in any which way, especially with NC, because it's a discredited party from the J&K. But when the final counting took place and the results, number of seats were declared, the dominant view in the party, which Amit Shah reflected in that particular press conference just a half an hour ago, it made it very clear that the party wants to form a government, or party wants to be associated with formation of government in one way or another. Apart from that, even when we asked him a question that Omar Abdullah has tweeted that he doesn't want to have any kind of alliance with BJP, he retorted by saying that do you think that what Omar Abdullah is tweeting is the final truth?
Yes.
Is he telling you in person, or do you know more than us? Whereby clearly indicating that all kind of formation and all kind of options are being kept open by the BJP, and they are not even averse to siding with any which party in any which condition, either be part of the government or extend support from outside the government. But this time the dominant view is that since the party has notched up one of the most historic numbers, they've showed up historic numbers in J&K, they don't want to lose the opportunity, they want to build upon it. And this is the reason when one of the scribe asked whether is the president rule an option, he immediately shot it down by saying that it's a people mandate and we don't want to dishonor the people's mandate. So it's very clear that the BJP wants to explore all kind of permutation and combination in the J&K, and they do very much want to be part of the government.
All right, they very much want to be part of the government. They want to build on a very strong showing, even though it didn't really reflect in the Kashmir Valley itself. Ashar is with us live from the Congress office. Ashar, Amit Shah saying that the numbers coming in J&K are one step, towards the ideal for the BJP of a Congress Mukt Bharat. But, on the other hand, the Congress has actually, performed better in J&K than it perhaps had even expected to. And there's, talk afoot of, perhaps even a grand alliance. Of course, everything's a possibility at this time, but a grand alliance to keep the BJP out.
Well, we've seen that in the last two elections, the Congress has been part of every government. Yes. That is, for the last 12 years, Congress has been in power in some way or the other in Jammu and Kashmir. We've also seen that the Congress has done business with both the PDP and the NC in the past. It's only the BJP which is untouchable. Now, the only hitch here for the Congress is that had there been a little bit of more seats for both the PDP and the Congress party, then it would have been a fair game. But now, it's a shortage of about 3 to 4 seats which is bothering the Congress party and this alliance. Though the Congress is open for an alliance, at the moment it is waiting and watching. It says that let the PDP come with an offer and then it will go along. But basically, it's all about the numbers, and at the moment, say something around 28, 29 of the PDP and say 11 odd of the Congress certainly don't add up to the magical figure of 44 or 45.
Yes.
So that is the only hitch which the Congress party is facing as of now. But on the other hand, they're waiting for the Mufti Saab or his daughter to come out and make some overtures to the Congress party. And from the Congress's side, as of now, it is going to be Ghulam Nabi Azad and the General Secretary in charge, Ambika Soni, who would be doing all the talking.
Stay with us, Brijesh and Ashar. Well, the result of the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly elections so far reveal no clear winners in the state. It's a completely hung verdict. There's a four-way split of votes. All eyes, as Ashar just mentioned, are currently on the PDP. Which way will it actually go? Will Mufti Mohammad Saeed become the next Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir? There's gloom, and why shouldn't there be, in the National Conference camp after one of its worst performances in the state ever. The BJP has failed in its own mission 44 plus, even though it has put up its best ever show in the state. Sources have told headlines today that the BJP may be mulling a formula to form a government with support from the National Conference. And just a few minutes ago, BJP President Amit Shah, as you just heard here on Headlines Today, announced that he's keeping all options open.
The situation for PDP would have been much better if there had not been some sort of communal polarization, which may have been unintended, but there was a communal polarization. Jammu people took a view that having a BJP strong foothold in Jammu will redress their grievances. The grievances may be imaginary, but there are grievances which people of Jammu have, which we want to address once we form the government. And I think we will be able to form the government.
I want to bring in my reporters who've been tracking the numbers coming in and the reactions in Jammu and Kashmir. Shujaul Haq continues to be with us in Srinagar. Mosmi Singh, my colleague, is live with us from outside Omar Abdullah's residence, and Ankit Tyagi is at the BJP office in Jammu. Mosmi, historic drubbing for Omar Abdullah's national conference, a great deal of introspection, from one of the two big parties in the state at this point of time, combination of factors, but that will come later, Mosmi. At this point of time, it's all about government formation and about whether any numbers can actually be formulated for the national conference to have some kind of face-saving measure.
That's right, Shiv. It is a frosty day and the results have been frosty for the National Conference. Its worst ever performance if you look at it. And with the results coming out, the Chief Minister, Mr. Omar Abdullah, has just come back from his constituency in Budgam, which he managed to scrape through, though he has lost the Srinagar constituency, the Sonwar constituency. Since morning we didn't see much action outside Mr. Abdullah's house, though some supporters of the Minister Sagar did come here and celebrate, but overall there is gloom in this camp. And yes, as you said, all options open is what the parties are keeping right now. They are sending feelers. The PDP senior leader, Mr. Hussain, we just spoke to him. Mr. Hussain Beg said that he appreciated Narendra Modi, and he's also, so all the parties are keeping options open. They're sending out feelers to see what permutation and combination can be worked out, and the National Conference would be trying to save some embarrassment by working out some formula. So a lot of backdoor meetings, no press conferences and media conferences. Nobody's coming on camera. Mr. Mufti also postponed the press conference that he had slotted in the afternoon. So clearly strategy meetings taking place inside closed doors, and there is a total silence as far as coming on camera and claiming of government formation.
Not surprising at all that it's almost a kind of viral silence at this point of time. Nobody wants to make any noises inadvertently. It's a very, very volatile, delicate situation. Any words can be misconstrued to mean support or lack of support, as it were, at this point of time, when body language and meaning of words mean everything, Mosmi. Ankit is with us at the Jammu BJP office. Ankit, Amit Shah making it clear that all options are open right now, but there is no doubt that the BJP would very much like to be part of a government and not just, extend support from the outside. At this point of time, for the BJP, Ankit, the only political untouchable is the Congress, which means that the BJP can do business with the National Conference or the PDP.
Absolutely, and in fact, it's a clear contrast from what Mosmi was describing outside Omar Abdullah's house, Shiv. I'm here at the BJP headquarters in Jammu, and this is where the BJP success story has been written. Yes. 25 seats they have won in the Jammu region out of 37. They were 11 last time in 2008, from that jumping to 25, and in a position where they can still hope to form a government with the support of PDP or also with the support of National Conference. So of course, it's a clear divide. One side of the picture there in the valley with the PDP. On the other hand, the BJP, a fantastic victory for them as far as Jammu is concerned. The only worry is that they were expecting more seats to go it up to 30. Also, they could not open any account in the valley and not a single seat in the Ladakh region. That is the only thing that they will have to mull about. But as of now, all options are open. All the senior leaders from the state unit also rushing to Delhi to decide what all can happen. And of course, you never know, it might be a surprise and BJP might for the first time come into power in the state of Jammu and Kashmir.
And the interesting thing, Ankit, is also, talk afoot at in this very fluid time of a possible grand alliance in J&K to keep the BJP out. So, while it's all good news for the BJP, the game is not over just yet.
Absolutely. Not only the Congress would want that, but the Congress, in fact, would be hoping to play the principal player as far as Grand Alliance is concerned, at least get the PDP and National Conference and also everybody else together so they can keep BJP at bay. Yeah. Very interestingly, Shiv, because the ground is now open for the BJP to either take support or give support to PDP or take support from the National Conference, it will also mean extra pressure on the PDP or the and their permutation and combination. They would also have to see that the BJP does not go into any sort of talks with the National Conference and trump them and when it comes to the question of forming the government in the state, though they will get the first opportunity to form the government. So of course, interesting game, being played here. But one thing very clear, BJP upbeat since early morning here, and most of their MLAs. That might be a problem when it comes to a lot of transaction that they will have to do with the other political parties. They believe for the first time BJP should get a chief ministerial candidate, a chief minister either on rotation basis or permanently from the Jammu region.
Shuja, one quick question from you, just so we're very clear. Are we expecting to hear from any of the parties, over the next couple of hours to get any sort of clarity about where this is going?
Well, yes, the big breaking news here that we can confirm to you is that Mufti Sayyid and his team of close leaders have just concluded their meeting, and they've just told us that they'll in few minutes from now, or maybe in the next couple of minutes, they'll come out and address a press conference. So we never know. There could be a big announcement that is to be made here. So that is one thing that looks like as a development. But as far as the other leaders are concerned, National Conference so far hasn't been able to come out and openly speak on any issues. But we all eyes on this press conference that is scheduled from the Mufti camp.
Thanks very much, Shuja, Mosmi and Ankit for the moment. Thanks very much. The big breaking news, of course, now the developing story is that Mufti Mohammad Saeed and his senior leaders might emerge, from their no-holds, they're completely shut out house now to actually address the press, perhaps make some kind of an announcement, anything to add some clarity to which way things might go in Jammu and Kashmir. Of course, the PDP has all the cards of this election in their hands with their performance. We're going to take a quick break. On the other side, we're going to tell you about what happened in Jharkhand. Smooth sailing for the BJP. They're in the position to form the next government.